Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students and welcome to week 4 of OSP chemistry for class 8th. My name is Munazza Nasir and today's topic is chemical calculations, but we are going to talk about finding out the number of particles of a substance using number of moles as well as using mass of that substance. From the previous knowledge we know that what is the relationship between mole and Avogadro number. We know what a molar mass is, and we also know that the formula to calculate number of moles of a substance. What is that formula and how to use that formula. Now using this knowledge we'll start today's lecture. In order to calculate number of particles from number of moles of a substance, the formula that is used is number of particles is equal to number of moles multiplied by Avogadro's number. And we know from previous knowledge that Avogadro number is 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power 23. So the formula for number of particles can also be written as number of particles is equal to number of moles multiplied by 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Now we know that to calculate this kind of equation, to calculate using this kind of equation or to use this kind of formula, the thing that will be given to us is number of moles of that substance. What I mean to say is, to use this kind of formula to calculate number of particles, number of moles of a substance will be given. And we know from previous knowledge that a particle can be an atom, it can be a molecule, or it can be a formula unit. So this formula can be number of atoms is equal to number of moles into Avogadro numbers for an element. For a compound, this formula will be number of molecules is equal to moles into Avogadro number. And for an ionic compound, this formula will be number of formula units is equal to number of mole into Avogadro numbers. So we know that we can use this one formula to calculate number of atoms, number of molecules, or number of formula units. For example, if we have a thin foil of aluminum that is used in food as a wrapper in food industries, and we have 0.2 moles of aluminum, and we want to find out how many atoms of aluminum are present in a foil that contains 0.2 moles of aluminum, we can use this formula. And from this above statement we know that we have number of moles of aluminum, that is 0.2 moles, and what we need is number of atoms of aluminum. Now aluminum is an element made up of atoms, so that is why the formula becomes number of atoms is equal to number of moles multiplied by Avogadro's number. And we will multiply 0.2 with 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, and the answer we will get is 1.2044 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms of aluminum. So in this way this formula can be used to find out number of atoms of a substance, that is number of atoms of an element. The formula for number of particles can also be used to find out number of moles of a substance, but in this case if we have such an equation in which we have number of particles of a substance, that is we know how many particles of a substance are present, but we want to find out how many moles of that substance these particles are contain, we can use this formula. That is, number of moles of a substance can be found out by dividing number of particles of that substance with Avogadro's number. And similarly, as we have seen previously, particles can be atoms, particles can be molecules or formula units. For example, we have a statement which says that titanium is a corrosion resistant metal that is used in aircrafts, and we want to calculate number of moles of titanium in a sample of titanium that contains 3.011 into 10 raised to the power 23 titanium atoms. Now from this statement we can see that we have number of atoms of titanium, but what we need is number of moles of titanium. So using the formula that I stated above, number of moles of a substance using number of particles can be calculated by dividing number of particles with Avogadro's number. That is, number of moles is equal to number of atoms. In this case, since atoms are our particles, so number of moles is equal to number of atoms divided by 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, that is Avogadro's number. So if we divide 3.011 into 10 raised to the power 23 with 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, the answer that we get is 0.5 moles of titanium. So we have now seen that number of particles formula can not only give us the number of particles of a substance using moles, but it can also give us number of moles of a substance using its particles. Another use for this kind of formula is to calculate number of particles of a substance from its mass. Now previously we calculated number of particles of a substance, but we had number of moles of a substance given to us. In some cases we don't have number of moles of a substance with us, but mass of a substance will be given to us, or mass of a substance is known by us. So using this formula we can calculate number of particles of that substance. We know from previous examples that number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. So the formula for number of particles can also be written as number of particles is equal to mass in gram divided by molar mass of a substance multiplied by Avogadro's number. And in this case, molar mass can be atomic mass, molecular mass, or formula mass, same as in previous examples. Let's see an example of this formula in action. Calculate the number of sodium chloride formula units in 23 gram sample of sodium chloride. This statement says that we have 23 gram of sodium chloride with us, and we have to calculate how many NaCl formula units are present in it. Now you can see 23 gram is the mass in gram of the sample. We don't have number of moles of the sample, but we know what the sample is made up of, NaCl. NaCl is an ionic compound, so it's going to have formula mass. And formula mass of sodium chloride is calculated to be 58.5 gram per mole. So using the formula that I mentioned above, number of formula units can be calculated as mass in gram of sodium chloride divided by its molar mass, and multiply this whole thing with Avogadro's number. And if we do the calculation in which we multiply 23, that is mass in gram, with Avogadro's number and divide it with 58.5, that is molar mass, we get 2.36 into 10 raised to power 23 formula units of NaCl, which gives us a very important information, that is that if we have 23 gram of sodium chloride in a dish, it's going to have 2.36 into 10 raised to power 23 formula units of NaCl in it. That is also a very interesting application of this formula, that we can find out using the mass of a substance how many particles of a substance present in it. This formula can also be used in a different way, that is if we already have number of particles of a substance with us and we want to find out what is the mass of the substance, we can also use this formula to calculate mass of a substance. And in this case, number of particles of a substance will be known by us, it will be given to us, and molar mass can be formula mass, atomic mass, or molecular mass, as in previous examples. Let's see an example of this formula in action. We have a statement in which we have to calculate the mass of 1 into 10 raised to power 15 molecules of water. Now we know in this statement we have number of molecules of water with us, which is 1 into 10 raised to power 15. We know water, H2O, is a molecular substance, so molar mass will be equal to molecular mass of water, that is 18 gram per mole, and what we need is the mass in gram of this number of molecules of water. From this data we can see we have number of molecules of water with us and we want to find out their mass. So using the same formula as above, number of particles, in this case particles are molecules, so I am writing number of molecules, mass in gram over molar mass multiplied by Avogadro number. Simply putting the value in this formula, we get number of molecules 1 into 10 raised to power 15 is equal to mass not known by us multiplied by Avogadro's number divided by molar mass, that is 18. Now we want to calculate mass of water, so by cross multiplying 18 on the other side and Avogadro number on the other side, we get the equation mass is equal to 1 into 10 raised to power 15 multiplied by 18 divided by 6.022 to 10 raised to power 23, that is Avogadro's number. And by doing this calculation, the value we get is 2.98 into 10 raised to power minus 8 grams, which gives us the information that if we have 1 into 10 raised to power 15 molecules of water with us, they are going to weigh 2.98 into 10 raised to power minus 8 grams. That's a very interesting and very important application of this formula of calculating number of particles. That's it for this topic. Thank you.